to the Unity Through Sport charity ball. It's in aid of St Luke's Hospice here in Plymouth. So what's Unity? It's a family of people that are under one umbrella, Unity Through Sport. Underneath that there's volleyball, there's basketball and there's netball. It's a great group of people all here supporting one another and then also getting fit and trying out sports or becoming experts in sports to help others into it. It's a great initiative and it's such a friendly way to come into getting fit, but most importantly making those bonds and friendships that last a lifetime. Maddie and I have worked together for many years now as part of Unity Through Sport. We've organised many fundraising events, from netball tournaments to quizzes to this charity ball for the second year in a row. It's raised thousands of pounds for things across Plymouth and the surrounding areas. This one's in aid of St Luke's Hospice. It's got a special meaning to myself, as they provided care for my gran in the last days of her life, and also my father-in-law too. And I know many of you here in this room will have also experienced the love and care that you get from them. Thanks for helping it to make a success. If you've got any interest in Unity Through Sport, do come and see myself, Maddie, or anybody else that's part of the Unity family, and we'll tell you how you can get started and what's available for you. Thanks so much once again.
A lot of people think of St Luke's as just a hospice, a place where people go to die. But as a family, we know it's much more than that. In May 2021, our whole world fell apart when we made the heartbreaking decision for our mum and grandma, Vera Garrett, to come home to die. Nothing prepares you for that moment. The fear, the pain, the helplessness that you can't save someone you love. And then these strangers walked into our lives, into our home, a space where we had created so many memories. They each came with such gentleness, kindness and care, like real-life angels. They showed compassion. They gave my grandma dignity, respect and love in her final days of life, the kind every single person deserves. St Luke's is a lifeline to families who feel lost and confused, a comfort, a blessing. St Luke's carers are love in action. They are compassion without condition, and as a family, we will never forget what they gave to our loved one and to all of us.
Thank you all for being here today to remember someone incredibly special, our friend Steph, aka Steffers, who sadly passed away on the 29th of October 2024. It's hard to find the words that do justice to a person who meant so much to so many. Steph had a way of making people feel seen and heard, like whatever you were going through mattered to her too. She had a light in her that made even ordinary moments just feel so special. Whether it was through laughter, a quiet conversation, or sharing a bottle of wine, Steph brought comfort and warmth wherever she went. Steph is my best friend. We met back in our teenage years, and from the very beginning, there was something about her that just stood out. Her kindness, her wit, her boundless creativity. She had this way of seeing the world that just made even the simplest moments feel meaningful, and once she let you into her world, you never wanted to leave. Steph wasn't just kind or funny or thoughtful, though she was all of those things. She was a fighter. She fought so hard to stay on this earth, to be with the people she loved, to find light even in the darkest of places. That kind of strength is rare. It's quiet sometimes and invisible to most, but it's fierce, and Steph had it in her. One of the things Steph loved most was crocheting. It wasn't just a hobby, it was her art, her comfort, her way of showing love. If you ever received something that she made, you'd know exactly what I mean. Every stitch carried care, patience, and a little piece of her heart. That's who Steph was. She wove warmth into everything she did. Even in the hardest moments, she still managed to give love, to laugh, and to listen. She held space for others and she barely had any left for herself. That's the kind of person she was, And that's what makes losing her so painful and remembering her so important. It feels like only yesterday that Steph sat with me and explained how she'd found a lump on her breast, and then later when it was confirmed that she had the triple negative breast cancer. It was at that point that she knew that her cancer journey wasn't going to be straightforward. In fact, her words were, "I knew I'd be an awkward bugger." Steph fought so hard to be here with us. Her determination was nothing short of remarkable. She faced her illness with courage and an open heart, whilst enduring the exhaustion and pain of gruelling chemo treatments. She still sought out alternative paths, new approaches, different therapies, anything that might offer hope. Steph didn't sit back, she gave everything she had. Losing Steph leaves a space that just can't be filled. What she gave us through her presence, her fight, and her love is something we carry forward. It's in how we treat each other, it's in how we care for ourselves, it's in how we choose to keep going even when it's hard, just like she did. In fact, because of Steph, I've started to give blood. It's something I've considered before, but watching what Steph went through opened my eyes to how deeply needed that kind of support is. And it's a small act, but one that I'll now carry in her name. Though Steph's no longer with us in the way we wish she were, her love, her friendship remains. It's in our memories, in the lessons she taught us, and in the way she made us feel. I miss her so much. Rest in peace, Steph. You're deeply loved.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for being here today. It really means a lot to me, to our family, and to everyone who loves Steph, and I know that is a lot of people. Steph wasn't just my sister, she was one of my favourite people in the world. She was funny, fierce, kind, stubborn in the best way, and had the biggest heart, and if you knew her, you knew exactly what I mean. She had this way of making people feel seen, like what you were saying truly mattered. And she had a laugh, oh that laugh. It could light up the whole room and make even the worst day feel better. Through everything, Steph stayed so incredibly strong, even when cancer tried to take things from her. Her energy, her strength, her time. It never touched her spirit though. She was still Steph, still cracking jokes, still worrying about everyone else before herself, still loving so deeply. I especially want to mention her beautiful family, her husband Tony and daughters Lucy and Rudy. Tony, the way you were for Steph, every single step of the way, patient, loving, loyal, it was something powerful. I don't think words can really do it justice. You were her rock and she knew it. She felt safe with you and that mattered more than anything. And Lucy and Rudy, your mum loved you more than anything in the world. You were her absolute pride and joy. She talked about you constantly, all the things you did, all the people you were becoming. She was so proud of you, and I hope that you always know that her love didn't end. It's still around you, in you, with you, always. I also want to say thank you to the team at St. Luke's Hospice. I don't know how to describe what it meant to see Steph so well cared for in her final days. The kindness, the dignity, the comfort, it all helped us. Not just Steph, but all of us, and we'll never forget it. Steph left us far too soon. She's also left us with so much, so many memories, so much love, and a reminder of how to live fully, honestly, and with a wicked sense of humour. So here's to Steph, a wonderful sister, an incredible wife, a loving mum, truly one of a kind. We miss you, we love you, and we'll carry your light with us always.
I want you till by your eyes.